Remember, the benefits of meditation are rest, concentration, relaxation, equanimity, self-awareness, and taming of self-sabotaging habits. These are the primary benefits you get from doing mindfulness meditations. And then there are a whole bunch of secondary benefits as well, like better immune system, cognitive capabilities, ability to relate to people in a better way. If you just Google mindfulness meditation, you will get a whole list of studies that are being made. Studies or not, the question is, how does this simple practice of being mindful of your body, breath, feeling, thoughts, just simple practice of paying attention, how does that lead to all these benefits? In order to really understand this, we need to look at it from 3 different perspectives: metaphorical, psychological, and physiological. The first perspective is metaphorical. Equate your mind to a deep pond. All the over analysis, thinking, busy clutter, all that is like a hurricane that's making the water muddy and turbulent. But when you meditate, you are allowing the waters to become quiet and the hurricane to pass by. By doing that, you can actually see the bottom of the pond. You can get insights into the content of the water. And that's what all the quiet mindfulness is doing to you. It's giving you insights into your own mind. The second perspective is psychological. It's like mind training. When it comes to getting the benefit of concentration, you can see how it works. You are really training your mind to come back to the object that you have decided to be mindful of, and you are training your mind to focus and come back to the and come back and concentrate. But beyond this, you are really training your mind to internalize 2 messages. Message number 1, this will pass too and everything changes. When you are observing your body and body sensations, you are realizing that any experience or any discomfort comes and goes, and you can sit through it in spite of whatever hurt, whatever aversion you feel. It's like that even in life. When there are uncomfortable situations, you can sit through it. The second message is no need to express, no need to suppress, but just simply observe. And that's what you are training yourself in your feelings and thoughts meditation. Now that message is also very important, because there are a lot of self-sabotaging habits that we have in which we over-express, or we tell ourselves just suppress, don't get angry right now, and then it comes out somewhere else. So by training yourself not to express or not to suppress and simply observe, you are really quieting your mind, and you could then get insights into why you had those feelings or what you want to do about it without really trying, without over analyzing. Sit and observe, and then some insight will fall into your lap. The third perspective is physiological. There are 2 ways in which these changes happen. One is the change in the brain structure, and the other one is our endorphins and hormones. So brain structure. Several studies have shown that the long-term meditators, their brain structure is different. How is it different? I'm going to use the hand model of the brain. So if you do this, you see this is how our brain is. If you cut the brain in the middle, then this is the right hemisphere. This is the brain stem. This part is the cortex, that's the thinking part of the brain. And then this part that goes inside, that's the limbic system, amygdala, hippocampus. So that is where all our feelings or emotions get processed. Now, this is very simple explanation of the brain structure, but it helps to understand. So, what the studies show is for the long term meditators, two areas in the brain seem to increase in thickness. One is this part, which is the prefrontal cortex, really behind the third eye, and then this part, which is the insula. So, the cortex, the prefrontal cortex, is supposed to do the executive functioning such as planning, decision making, and all these kinds of things, and insula does the integration of emotions and sensations. So, you can see how thicker insula and thicker prefrontal cortex will give you all the CREST benefits. But this is not the only thing. It is not only the long term meditators, but studies have shown that even when you meditate for 8 weeks, the gray matter in your cortex actually increases and the activity in the amygdala goes down, which means you can deal with anxiety and these emotions better. You have better integration of your emotions and your cortex. Dr. Davidson, who is a very well known researcher in University of Wisconsin, he has done very significant studies of long term meditators, and his studies show that the left part of the cortex is where the activity increases. That is the part of the brain which is about cognitive capabilities, but also about perspective changes. There are some interesting studies that have come out of University of Toronto. What it shows is the two types of neural circuits in our brain. The meditators are able to keep them separate. They are able to disengage them better. What are these two neural circuits? One is the default circuit, which is the circuit that engages in daydreaming, in making stories, using stories from the past, worries about the future, and our brain kind of can make up stories. Then there is other circuit, neural circuit, and that is the one that you can train. That is the one that in fact pays attention to moment by moment, without the past, without the future, what's happening at the moment. By paying attention to the moment and without getting involved in all the story making, the second circuit in fact allows us to be closer to reality and make better decisions. And then you can see why meditators who are able to keep these two circuits separate and train themselves to use the other trained circuit of moment by moment awareness, why they are able to make maybe better choices. Studies have also shown that the gamma wave activity increases, especially in the left part of our prefrontal cortex. Now, some scientists believe that this is what gives us ability to relate to people better and a more unifying, universal kind of feeling. The other type of physiological change that can happen in our body is increased level of endorphins. There are several of them. Because of that, we can experience less stress and more pleasurable feelings. So, this is the third perspective about why meditation can give us the CREST benefits.